In my research and teachings, I often discuss the power of thought. Thoughts are not just fleeting ideas, they are electrical impulses that can shape your brain and influence your entire being. When you think a new thought, when you ask the universe for something specific, you're activating the most powerful part of your brain, the frontal lobe. The frontal lobe is like the boss of your brain. It's where all the big decisions and creative ideas come from. Imagine it as the CEO, overseeing everything that happens in your mind. This part of your brain, found right behind your forehead, is where you plan things and set goals. It's also where you decide what to do next. When you ask the universe for something specific and clear, this amazing part of your brain gets to work. It lights up with activity, almost like a bright light shining out into the universe. This isn't just any light, it's like a beacon, sending out signals that reach beyond your immediate surroundings. Scientists believe that these signals from your frontal lobe can connect with something called the quantum field. This isn't something you can see or touch. It's a place where everything that could ever happen exists as possibilities. It's like a vast ocean of potential where ideas float around waiting to be brought into reality. Imagine you're asking for something you really want, like a new job or a special opportunity. Your clear intention acts like a message sent out into this quantum field. Your frontal lobe, acting as the transmitter, sends out signals that align with what you're asking for. But here's the exciting part. Your brain doesn't just stop at sending signals. It starts to create new pathways, like roads being built in your mind. These pathways are how your thoughts and intentions move through your brain. The more you think about what you want, the stronger these pathways become. Think of it like building a bridge. Each time you focus on your goal, you're adding another plank to this bridge. The more planks you add, the sturdier and more reliable your bridge becomes. Eventually, your thoughts and intentions can travel across this bridge with ease, connecting directly with the quantum field. Now, you might wonder, why is it important to have a clear intention? Well, clarity is like the fuel that powers your journey. When you're clear about what you want, a better life, more happiness, or a meaningful relationship, you're giving your brain a specific target to aim for. Imagine trying to hit a target with a bow and arrow. If the target is clear and you aim directly at it, you have a better chance of hitting it. It's the same with your intentions. When you're clear about what you want, your brain can focus its energy and resources more effectively. But it's not just about thinking, it's also about feeling. Emotions are like the engine that drives your intentions forward. When you combine your clear intention with strong positive emotions, like joy, excitement, or gratitude, you create a powerful force. These emotions send even stronger signals out into the quantum field. They act like magnets, attracting similar energies and opportunities back to you. It's like the universe responds to your positive vibes by sending more of what you want your way. So how can you harness the power of your frontal lobe and the quantum field? Start by setting clear intentions for what you want to create in your life. Write them down, visualize them, and feel as if they've already happened. Imagine yourself living your dream life and immerse yourself in the feelings of joy and gratitude that come with it. Now here's the key. Your thoughts must be accompanied by elevated emotions. Emotions are the energy that fuels your intentions. Think of it this way. When you ask the universe for something, do you feel joy, gratitude, excitement, or do you feel doubt, fear, or lack? Your emotional state determines the frequency you emit into the universe. If you're asking from a place of fear or doubt, you're signaling the universe that you're not aligned with what you desire. But when you ask from a place of joy and gratitude, you're telling the universe, I am already in sync with this future reality. Let me share a fascinating study with you. Scientists scanned the brains of people who mentally rehearsed playing the piano. They found that the same brain areas lit up as if they were physically playing. This tells us that just by mentally rehearsing your desired outcome, by asking the universe in your mind, you're already starting to create the neural connections that will bring it into reality. Creating new neural pathways is like building roads in your brain that lead directly to your goals. These pathways are formed through repetition and focused intention. When you consistently visualize and emotionally engage with your desired outcome, you're laying down the foundation for these pathways to grow stronger and more durable. Imagine your brain as a network of roads. Each thought, emotion, and experience you have creates a pathway, a route that your neurons follow. When you think a certain way or react to a situation, you're using existing pathways in your brain. These pathways are shaped by your past experiences, beliefs, and habits. Now imagine you have a new goal in mind, whether it's achieving success in your career, improving your health, or finding love. This goal represents a destination you want to reach. To get there, you need to create a new pathway in your brain, a direct route that aligns with your intentions. Repetition is the key to building these new pathways. Just like building a road requires laying down asphalt and reinforcing its structure, creating neural pathways requires consistent effort and practice. When you repeatedly visualize your desired outcome, you're sending signals through your brain that carve out this new path. Each time you engage in visualization, you activate specific regions of your brain associated with perception, emotion, and decision-making. These regions work together to create a mental representation of your goal. The more detailed and vivid your visualization, the more neurons fire together in synchrony, strengthening the connections between them. But it's not just about thinking, it's also about feeling. Emotions play a crucial role in shaping neural pathways. When you emotionally engage with your visualization, feeling the joy, excitement, or fulfillment of achieving your goal, you're reinforcing these pathways with positive energy. Think of it as paving your neural road with emotional fuel. The more you infuse your visualizations with positive emotions, the more resilient and enduring your neural pathways become. This emotional engagement not only enhances the effectiveness of your visualization, but also aligns your subconscious mind with your conscious intentions. Furthermore, repetition ensures that these pathways become ingrained in your brain's wiring. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections, supports this process. Each time you repeat your visualization, you're strengthening the synaptic connections between neurons, making it easier for your brain to access this pathway in the future. Consistency is key to success in building these neural pathways. Just as a road needs regular maintenance to remain functional and reliable, your neural pathways require ongoing reinforcement. This means practicing visualization regularly, ideally every day, to keep your goals at the forefront of your mind. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. When you're deeply engaged in your visualization, when you lose track of time and space, you enter what I call the quantum field. This is where the magic happens. You're no longer bound by the limitations of your physical body or the constraints of time. You're in a state of pure potentiality. This is a crucial moment when your brain and body begin to undergo a remarkable transformation. It's like shifting gears, from dwelling on the past to embracing the future. Let me explain how this shift happens and why it's so powerful for creating the life you desire. Firstly, living in the past means your thoughts and emotions are often influenced by past experiences, both positive and negative. These memories shape how you perceive the present and anticipate the future. However, when you start focusing on your future vision, something incredible begins to occur within you. When you vividly visualize your desired future, whether it's success, happiness, or health, your brain doesn't distinguish between what's real and what's imagined. Your subconscious mind, the part of your brain that operates below your conscious awareness, plays a pivotal role in this process. It's like the autopilot of your mind, running countless processes that affect your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. As you immerse yourself in your visualizations, your subconscious mind interprets these mental images as real experiences happening in the present moment. This triggers a cascade of biochemical reactions in your brain and body. Neuroscientists have found that when you visualize something vividly, your brain lights up in ways that mirror the actual experience. Moreover, your subconscious mind communicates with your body at a cellular level. It doesn't just respond to your thoughts, it also reacts to the emotions you feel during visualization. For instance, if you imagine achieving a major goal and feel the excitement and joy as if it's happening right now, your body releases hormones and neurotransmitters that support this positive state. This is where the magic of epigenetics comes into play. Epigenetics is the study of how our genes can be influenced by external factors, including our thoughts and emotions. When you consistently visualize and emotionally engage with your desired future, you're literally signaling to your genes to express themselves in new ways. Imagine your genes as switches that can turn certain traits on or off. By visualizing your future success, for instance, you activate genes associated with confidence, creativity, and resilience. This creates a biological environment within your body that supports the manifestation of your goals. Furthermore, as you continue to align your thoughts and emotions with your vision, you're rewiring your brain. Neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to form and reorganize synaptic connections in response to learning, experience, and environmental changes. Through visualization and emotional engagement, you're creating new neural pathways that reinforce your desired outcomes. Think of these neural pathways as highways in your brain. The more you travel down a particular pathway, whether it's visualizing success, feeling gratitude, or cultivating optimism, the stronger and more efficient that pathway becomes. Over time, your brain becomes wired to support the beliefs, attitudes, and behaviors that align with your vision. But it's not just about the brain. Your whole body is involved in this transformation. Research in psychoneuroimmunology shows that your thoughts and emotions can influence your immune system and overall health. When you consistently visualize positive outcomes and feel the corresponding emotions, you're enhancing your well-being at a cellular level. The universe responds to clarity and conviction. When you ask with absolute belief and unwavering faith, you send a powerful message to the quantum field. It's as if you're placing an order with the cosmos and the universe responds in kind. But asking is not just about making requests. It's about becoming the person who is ready to receive what you desire. This means letting go of old habits, beliefs, and behaviors that no longer serve you. It means embodying the qualities of the person who has already achieved what you're asking for. So, how do you start? Begin by clearly defining what you want. Write it down, visualize it, feel it with every fiber of your being. Then, let go of the how and when. Trust that the universe will orchestrate the details. Your job is to stay aligned with your vision and take inspired action when opportunities arise. Cultivate an attitude of gratitude. Gratitude is more than just saying thank you. It's a powerful state of being that can transform your life. When you embrace gratitude, you open yourself to a world of abundance and possibilities. What does it mean to cultivate gratitude? It starts with recognizing and appreciating the blessings in your life, big and small. It's about shifting your focus from what you lack to what you have. When you practice gratitude, you acknowledge the goodness around you, the supportive friends, the opportunities that come your way, the simple pleasures of each day. Why is gratitude so important? Scientific research shows that practicing gratitude has numerous benefits for your well-being. It improves your mood, reduces stress levels, and enhances your overall sense of happiness and satisfaction. When you're grateful, you're less likely to dwell on negative thoughts and more likely to see the positive aspects of your life. Gratitude also strengthens your relationships. When you express appreciation towards others, it fosters a sense of connection and deepens your bonds. People appreciate being recognized and valued, and this positivity ripples back to enrich your own life. Moreover, gratitude is a magnet for more good things to come into your life. When you're genuinely thankful for what you have and what's coming, you send out positive energy into the universe. This energy attracts similar positive experiences and opportunities. It's like opening a door to abundance, inviting more blessings to flow into your life. How can you cultivate gratitude in your daily life? Start with a gratitude practice. Each day, take a moment to reflect on 3 things you're grateful for. They can be simple things like a delicious meal, a sunny day, or a kind gesture from a friend. Write them down in a gratitude journal or simply pause to savor them in your mind. Another powerful way to cultivate gratitude is through acts of kindness. When you extend kindness to others, whether through a smile, a helping hand, or a thoughtful gesture, you create a positive cycle of gratitude. You not only brighten someone else's day, but also uplift your own spirit in the process. When people can't get up in the morning and they can't get out of bed, I'm going to tell you why. Because they can predict the feeling of everything that's going to happen in their life. And their body's resigned to the familiar and says, oh, another mundane day. But remember when you were a kid and you were going on a field trip, what happened then? You were up and dressed and ready to go before your parents were up. You know why? Because you knew something unexpected was going to happen. That's how we should live our lives. Waking up with the understanding to expect the unexpected. And something unusual should happen in our life as a result of our efforts. And it's just those beginning moments where it begins to happen that we begin to prove to ourselves how powerful we really are. So take time in the morning and the evening and the rest of the day, check in with yourself at certain times to see if you're still in that energy. And if you're not, excuse yourself for a second, raise your energy and step back into your life. If you keep doing that over and over again, you'll become less frustrated, less impatient, less judgmental. You'll just become something of the past and you'll be someone else. When you finish a meditation, if you get up feeling the same way as you sat down, nothing really happened. Nothing happened neurologically, biologically, chemically, hormonally, genetically. You're still in the same state of being. But when you get up and you feel like elevated sense of self, your heart is swollen and you have a clear vision of your future and your energy's different. The question is, how long can you maintain that state? So you're literally broadcasting a whole new electromagnetic signature in that state. Thoughts tend to be electric and feelings tend to be magnetic. The way we think and feel is what we broadcast into the field. And what we broadcast into the field is our experimental destiny. So then when you go within and you disconnect from your outer world and you sit your body down and it's no longer experiencing anything and you're not thinking about your schedule, your past, or your future, as I said today, you're being defined by thought and you're making your inner world more real than your outer world. When you open your eyes and you present yourself to the world, the job then is to not react emotionally to the same conditions in your life, because the moment you react emotionally, you're equal to the conditions in your life and you're back in your past. So then when you fall from grace and you move off that state, then you sit down and you realign. You begin to tune in again and you change your energy again. Now, when I'm going through change in my life or I will have a specific outcome that I want to create, I love to get up early in the morning. That's my time. I'm a 4:30 in the morning guy because that's my time. The rest of the day I'm serving, but I love getting up early and changing and working and having some time to myself. And I believe that when I invest in myself, I invest in my future. And that time in my morning, nobody bothers me because that's my time. And because of brain waves and brain chemistry, the door between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind is more open. And so if I get up early and I'm kind of between theta and alpha, I don't have to work as hard. I'm not thinking, I just kind of relax into the moment. In the evening, I always ask myself, how did I do? How was one lifetime in one day? Where did I fall from grace? What happened? And so then when I look at seeing how I reacted to someone or something, or I made the choice that I could have made a better choice, I naturally, we all do this, begin to think, well, if the same situation happened again, how would I do it differently? And that's the act of beginning to come up with a new plan. The act of rehearsing it in your mind begins to install the circuits in your brain, priming your brain so that when the next experience happens, you could modify your behavior to do a better job in life. That's called plasticity. If you decide, okay, if I'm taking time out of my busy life to emulate the divine creator, then if I'm going to create something unlimited, I better feel unlimited. If I'm going to do something magnificent, I have to become magnificent. And if you keep doing that over and over again, it will begin to become more readily available to you. It'll get easier. And so when we're in that energy all the time, that's when the synchronicities and the serendipities and all those wonderful coincidences begin to happen. And it's those coincidences that are feedback in our environment where the field begins to open doors for us. That's what we want to occur. Now, I have worked on things in my life, and I'm a sincere person. I've worked on things in my life for years, and I always thought it was about the event or the experience I wanted to create. But all along, I was changing. And when I finally reached a point where I could care less if I could have the experience, is the moment it happened. But all along, the divine, loving intelligence, this mother-father principle, of course, it's observing us into life. We are vitalistic, energetic beings that when we begin to unify all these principles that we're talking about, you can't get this in one sitting. You can't. You have to keep understanding it, keep reviewing it, keep redoing it, keep experiencing it, and new experience then causes you to dream in a way you would have never dreamt before unless you had that experience. And that's how God gets to know itself. So then, I don't care what meditation you do. I just like the fact that you're connecting. And the more you connect, the more whole you feel, the more natural it becomes. Then, of course, the next experience then causes you to dream in another way. And what I know from my own experience and many students, it's not about material things. It's about those mystical moments, those transcendental moments, those moments where your jaw drops and you are in awe of life. Those moments that take our breath away, that cause us. And this has happened to me so many times. Every time I have one of those experiences, I think to myself, I got this all wrong. I got this all wrong. Some veil has been lifted, and now I'm seeing more clearly about the way things really are. Intention is, you may say, I want a healing, I want a new job, I want a new relationship. Now, the moment you ask the question, the what-if question, what would it be like to be in love? What would it be like to have a new job? What would it be like to be in a new relationship, to do whatever, to be healed? The moment you ask that question, the part of your brain called the frontal lobe, which is the crowning achievement of the human being, 40% of your brain is the frontal lobe. It's the workshop. It's the creative center. Frontal lobe has connections to all other parts of your brain. The moment you ask an open-ended question, you speculate a possibility. The creative center turns on and it looks out over the landscape of the entire brain and begins to call up different networks of neurons that are stored in your brain based on something you've learned intellectually, knowledge, or something you've experienced in your life. Like, well, I know what it is to be in love, or I know what it is to have a good job, or I read a book about it. And it begins to call up these different networks of neurons, and then it seamlessly pieces them together to create a new idea, a new vision. And when you put all those networks together and they fire in tandem, you'll get a clear picture in your mind. And that clear picture is called intention. Now, the more you have conditions or the more you have specifics about that job, like, for example, I want to make this amount of money more a year. I want to have health benefits. I want to have 3 weeks vacation. I want to travel. I want to work with great, unlimited, creative people. That all is the elements that help to add to that vision. Now, the picture you get in your mind could be the word job, or it could be just an image that's personal to you. But the image then represents all of those conditions, so you can have several conditions that make up your intention. But the intention typically is a symbol, like you may see a retreat center that you may want to start and you have a picture of it. But once you see that picture, the next thing that happens, you start to live that dream. The moment you start to take that dream and it turns into a living motion picture, now you're in that imaginary place. What happens is, the moment it starts taking on form and it starts taking on time, you start to experience it. All the things you're going to do, you're actually living in that future. And your brain does not know the difference between the actual event that takes place in your life and what you're imagining in your mind. We call it mental rehearsal in my work. But you're literally rewiring yourself to the future. Now your brain is no longer a record of the past. It's now, in fact, a map to the future. Now, most people stop at this level, but there's another level. Because once you have that intention, and I watched you do this, what makes the intention have life is when you combine it with that emotion. If you believe that the way you think has some effect on your life, and you think the same thoughts every day, 90% of most people think the same thoughts as they did yesterday, would you agree then that if you're not waking up every morning being defined by some vision of your future, then pretty much you are going to be living by the memories of your past and you will be predictable in your life? Yes or no? Because the brain is a record of the past. And so, if you're not creating a new future, is it possible that you believe in your past more than you believe in your future? And is it possible then that many people don't want to create a new future because they're more in love with their past than they are with their future? In fact, they romance their past every single day. So then, is it possible then that that person in the same brain circuitry, in the same emotions of the past, are viewing their life through the lens of the past, and they're not seeing things how they are, they're actually perceiving and seeing things how they are, and they're telling a story in their mind that's actually causing them to perceive life equal to that story? Are you with me still? So then you ask that person, so why are you this way? And they'd say, I'm so glad you asked because I get to talk about my past. And as they talk about the incidents in their past, would you agree then that they're saying that was the event that changed me, and I haven't actually been able to change since that event? That event has defined me as the person I am today. Yes or no? Now, the research on memory says, after a period of time, that story that they tell of their past, 50% of it is. The quantum model of reality suggests that when you are truly present and open your heart, you can sustain a positive emotion. This increases the magnetic field around your body to about 9 meters wide. You become more energy than matter, more wave than particle, and you can influence reality better. Think of opening your heart as dropping a pebble in water, creating a ripple. A bigger stone makes a bigger ripple. If you keep this state, you repeatedly create ripples in the field. The emotion is like a magnetic charge, and your thought is the information on that wave. When you combine a clear intention with a positive emotion, you start affecting matter. Your thoughts are the electrical charge in the quantum field, and your feelings are the magnetic charge. Together, they create an electromagnetic signature that influences every atom in your life. Your thought sends a signal out, and your feeling draws events back. If you feel sorry for yourself and see yourself as a victim, you broadcast that signal and create more suffering experiences. We are not punished for our sins, but by them. Sin is your attitude, how you think and feel. When people let go of guilt, shame, and unworthiness and learn to open their heart and create coherent waves in their brain and heart, they can create miracles. It takes training, practice, and learning new information to overcome the belief that we are limited. If you live in stress, with no energy or field, you can't affect matter. Life is about managing energy. Where you place your attention is where you place your energy. If your attention is on the predictable future or familiar past emotions, you take energy away from the present moment and have no energy to create. With practice, you can create new, wonderful experiences in your life. In our research, we found that when you reach a coherent alpha state and slip into theta, amazing changes occur. The body relaxes, and energy travels up the central nervous system to the brain, switching on the thalamic gate and reticular activating system. This energy then reaches the neocortex, producing gamma brainwave patterns, which are superconscious. The inner world becomes the real world, creating a profound, unforgettable experience that rewrites the program. For example, a woman in meditation reached high gamma brainwave patterns. Her brain was full of energy, and she was in a state of ecstasy. This energy balance between the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems opens the thalamic gate, making the person super aware. When this happens, melatonin in the pineal gland transforms into powerful antioxidants, anti-aging, anti-cancer, anti-heart disease, and antimicrobial chemicals. This change can also produce a glow in neurons and create the most powerful hallucinogenic chemical known as the God molecule. This allows you to walk into another dimension, experiencing mystical moments.